Cassandra. Hi. I have not been on my freaking YouTube in so long, and I know I haven't. So I wanted to say hello because I'm seeing a lot of my USA people crying and in disbelief that TikTok is gone. And I'll be honest with you, I knew TikTok was going to be gone in October. And I was very sad about it, but I also was like, "Ugh, I really can't say anything about this." It has been a long time, too long. I can't believe it. Like the other day, you guys, I went to my YouTube channel and I saw that it was like last video 5 months ago. And I genuinely was like, oh my God, life has really gotten away from me. I'm in the UK right now. So just to let you guys know, I was going through a really bad breakup, a lot of really bad relationship stuff, and I just had literally drained my entire life force for this relationship to the point where could not I could not create content anymore. I just couldn't do it anymore. And I knew if I got on that camera and started like doing reaction videos and talking to you guys, like I knew like people who have watched me forever would be like, something's going on with her. Like she looks sad. You know what I mean? Like, so I just stopped. I just stopped and was like, I need to regain myself and refocus before I hop on a camera and try to fake that everything's okay. You know what I mean? Like I just wasn't gonna do that. But that's where I've been. I've been healing and I'm finally fucking healed. So thank God for that. But just because I'm in the UK, Cassandra, does not mean that my account wasn't affected. My account is also affected because my account was registered in the US. So I am getting like half access right now. So I still need to get my account switched over to the UK so that I can have full access. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Yeah, it's so insane because honestly, being all the way over here and traveling and all that stuff, it has been really hard keeping up with all of my friends back in the United States, right? So a lot of that is through Instagram and a lot of that is through TikTok. And so like now that TikTok is gone and I'm not going to be able to see like any of my friends like doing anything on TikTok, it's a little it's 6 o'clock in the morning here. Let me say that. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I knew I was gonna stay up to see what happened with the band, to see what happened with my phone and my access as well. My God. It has just been like there's been so much loss this week. Like, my grandma died this week, and it's just like I started the new year great, don't get me wrong. I was in France, I was in Monaco, I had so much fun, and it's been awesome, but ultimately, guys, like it's been a lot of loss. It's been a lot of loss this week, like, a lot of grief, a lot of closure, therapy, grandma dying, now TikTok's gone, and wow, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Yeah, it's been crazy. And thank you so much for saying that. Like, it really sucks when you find yourself in a relationship where you are literally doing everything in your power to keep that relationship, but you're depleting yourself at the same time. And you can also see your partner depleting themselves and then just becoming like angry, resentful, bitter, toxic, angry. Did I say angry twice? Yeah, that's how much anger there was. um, but like I think it was like one of the fastest like healing processes I've ever had after a breakup. Like I'm typically someone that is really sad after like any sort of loss, you know what I mean? But for whatever reason, like this one, it's like I was only sad for like one day. Taylor, hi. Welcome in, my love. But yeah, I was only sad for one day and then I just was like, what am I sad about? Like, I just felt like regardless of the negativities, it was still a great relationship to me, you know what I mean? And I just kind of, like, went straight into healing and just doing what I could, got into therapy, and, like, now I'm just in this place where I'm just like, "Dang, like, I can't believe we're not together anymore." But also, what can I do? Like, I'm not gonna sit there and, like, beg somebody to, like, see my worth and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like it just makes no sense. But anywho, we're talking about just how long I've been off of TikTok, Taylor, and not TikTok, YouTube, and how TikTok is banned. And I'm seeing a lot of USA creators extremely sad. I'm seeing a lot of people that just use TikTok extremely sad. So I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna hop on live and just have a chit chat, and just like catch up with everyone because I can't believe I haven't posted in like 5 months. Like I have been consistent on my channel for quite some time. Like I've had here and there like a couple breaks, but I don't think I've ever had a break this long. Like I have missed you guys. You have no idea. And it's so interesting. And I don't know if it's like a parasocial connection I have with you all. I don't know what it is, but like every single day I stare at my camera and it's like this something in me is like, just turn it on, just turn it on, just turn it on. But there's other piece of me where it's just like, but I have to be real with them. Like I can't just come back and be like, hey guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, so today we're gonna be watching like that's just not me. And like I'm pretty sure most of my subscribers know that that is not me. And I just couldn't do it. I was like, yeah, no, I can't do that. Like I have to come back like it's completely like utterly honest and just like let people know like yeah been kind of going through it. It's been a lot, even like with my mental health journey. So you know how like I started my channel talking about how like I was bipolar and I had anxiety and insomnia, so I got re-diagnosed and comes to find out guys I don't even have bipolar disorder. So for the past like what 5 maybe 6 7 years I have been bipolar this, bipolar that, bipolar this. And no, I don't even have it. And that's why the medication never worked. And I actually have EUPD, which is like emotional instability personality disorder, which is basically like another term for borderline, basically. So my environment really matters on my moods, basically. Like I can't be in an environment that keeps me down or I will stay down, very, very down. And I have to do everything to work to fixing that, not necessarily taking a pill to fix that. So how crazy is that? Like I have even my second channel, my mental health channel, is bipolar, like bipolar with pearl in it. And I'm not even freaking bipolar. Like, and what's crazy is like the second I got out of that relationship, like, it was like I just became myself again, like, immediately, and my therapist was telling me that she was like, "Yeah, it's because of your environment, like, if you're not in an environment that is uplifting you, helping you get better, and, really showing that emotional support, like, you're just like, it doesn't matter how many pills you take, it's just not gonna work. Like, that's not how you cure what you have." And it's just so crazy thinking about it, and then, of course, I had my abortion which was like what at the end beginning of 2023 to 2024. So I went through a lot of grief. I was on birth control, which I never wanted to be on birth control, but I just said, you know what, let's just do it. My hormones were out of whack. Like I just was not myself in that relationship, let alone in my body. Like I felt like I was like a shell of myself, just like walking on eggshells and making sure I wasn't, doing too much, saying too much, being too expressive. And the only time I felt like I was myself was when I had a camera in front of my face and I was like, editing for YouTube. But then that was taking time away from the relationship. I could tell that that was like bothering him. And so I would like try to be like, okay, I can't post. Like, yes, I can, but also I know if I get really too deep into this, he's going to be like, okay, like, why are you doing it so much? You know what I mean? Like, again, when you're not in an environment where like you're fully, fully supported in your dreams and your goals, and they don't see that same vision as you, it just becomes like a lot to deal with, like a lot. I feel the same way about the environment. Just left a toxic work environment. Oh, girl, I haven't even gotten to that part either. So then I got a new job. That I lasted, like, no joke, maybe a month, okay? It ended up being so toxic that I actually had to, like, call out my boss. I went to, like, HR, I went to the CEO and, like, told them everything that was going on because he was, like, low-key bullying me and just being really rude, like, unbelievably rude. I literally notated every little thing that happened, and I ended up leaving, and I'm so glad I did that because now I'm at a company that I really love. I totally love what I do. I'm, like, so happy. with what I'm doing now. Like now I'm a talent manager for TikTok creators. That's why it's so ironic that TikTok is now banned. Because I do manage a couple top creators on the app in the USA at my agency. And so yeah, I was working at like a tech company. And what was it that they did? Oh, data. It was like data sales. And oh my God, and you know what's funny is like I think in the past, just like you, Taylor, I would just kind of like put that little corporate American mask on of like, okay, this is really toxic, but who cares? Like I'm still getting a check. Like, let me shut up. Let me just, you know what I mean? Do what I gotta do and keep it pushing. But something in my soul, I think after being in that relationship and just feeling like I could not express myself, like my throat chakra was so closed and I just felt like anything I said just was so misinterpreted. Like I just felt so misunderstood. Anytime I brought anything up that was like some sort of like conflict or debate or whatever, anything that I just brought up emotionally was just always turned back on me. And, like, the second I was in that environment, but, like, separate from the relationship, like, in like, a toxic work environment, I, like, was like, "I cannot sit here and be quiet about this any longer." Like, I'm done letting people just get away with shit and just let them do whatever. Like, I have to stand up for myself. So I just left. Like, I literally I didn't even put my 2 weeks in. I said, "I can't do this. There's absolutely no way that I would continue doing this. Like, this is a detriment to my mental health, it's a detriment to who I am as a person, to my soul. I'm leaving." And I already had a job lined up, like, 2 weeks before that. So, literally, I was, like, off for, like, 3, 4 days, I think, and then I just started my new position, and it was the best thing that I it was literally the best thing I did. Like, I'm so, so glad that I didn't keep myself in that environment. So, yeah, good on you for leaving. Good on you. You just reminded me to take my birth control. Oh my god, I missed that. Yeah, see, like, I didn't have, like, the birth control that you could take. I had the one that was in my arm, and after being in therapy for the past, like, what, 3, almost 4 months now, I now know why I kind of, like, became what I became because I don't do well with my hormones going, like, in and out. In and out of whack. Lillian, who is this? Lillian, what do you mean? Are you talking about me? Like, who am I? Or are you talking about, like, who is this meaning in what I'm speaking about? I was fired for putting in 2 weeks on Wednesday? No way. See, that's another thing that I've noticed, like, within the past, like, 2, 3 years, if you put your 2 weeks in now, they don't even let you do that. They just, like, will fire you on spot. And I find it to be really weird. Like, I don't like that, especially because 'cause I've worked in HR for so long in the past. It's like, I don't understand why companies are doing that. Like, I get it to, like, a business standpoint, maybe, like, financially, but other than that, it's just so inhumane. Like, I freaking don't like that. Wait, so you have a job lined up? Ooh, Taylor, congrats. And I'll have to fight for unemployment for these 2 weeks. Ooh, yeah, the fighting for unemployment. I feel like see, I was laid off. When was I laid off? The November 2022. November 2nd, I'll never forget that day, actually. I was laid off and, I had what, severance package for, like, I think 6 weeks or something like that? I can't remember. Either way, pretty nice, like, check. But then I had to do unemployment. And luckily at that time, it was, like, a little bit before the tech layoffs really became common, and I was also at a tech company when this happened, and I was miserable. Like, that was another time where I had a period where I wasn't posting on YouTube that much. Like, I was so freaking miserable, like, oh my god, I feel for the people that get laid off and don't have, like, any way of expressing it, or, like, people are just like, "Oh, just keep applying, you'll get there," and it's, like, 6 months, 8 months, they're still fucking applying, and it's just like, oh my god, it is hell on it's hell on earth, like, for people that don't know. "Hi, I'm here because TikTok ended." Oh my god, I'm sorry. I know. I honestly, you guys, I kind of feel bad because I'm having a lot of my friends in the US message me about it right now and sending me videos of people crying, live streams of people crying. And what's interesting is the other day, I think it was yesterday actually. Yeah, yesterday I was like doom scrolling and my entire FYP was just TikTok, TikTok. Hanjum John Sin John Sha, that China song. Like it was just like consumed with my FYP. And it got to a point where I started getting really emotional. Like I really was like getting emotional. I was getting sad. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. Then I was seeing like creators in France, creators in the UK, creators in, all these other places in the world that were just like, what is this app going to be without US creators? Like we love US creators. They are the ones that carry this app. They are the funniest ones. They are the ones that we look up to. And it really started making me sad because I was just like, damn, like as much as people may say like, "Oh, it's just an app," it doesn't mean anything. Who cares? It's just an app. Go to Indeed, stop dancing, go get a job, like all this stuff. But it's like there are some people that are on the app that are still working 9 to 5s, that are still full-time moms, that are still full-time dads. You know what I mean? Like it's a place for them to feel like themselves without it being like just complete hate. And there's just such a different community and algorithm over there that it cannot be replicated. It just cannot be replicated. And I'm just ugh, you guys have no idea. Like the next week, like obviously right now it's Sunday for me. For you guys, it's still Saturday night. If you're in the US. But Monday through Friday this week, I can't even imagine how sad it's gonna be talking to the top creators in the US that I manage. I know it's gonna be sad for them, and I just I wish there was more I could do, but there's also hope that Trump will be able to rectify this and maybe possibly do a 90-day extension if he can't rectify it. So there is that. There is still a piece of optimism there. But I think for the people that just don't get it, that don't care, I don't think they understand that there are some people that have, gotten out of depression because of TikTok. They have found friends that they are going to have for life because of TikTok. They have been able to pay bills that they never thought they would be able to pay because of TikTok. Like there's so much going on just surrounding that app that it kinda just it makes me sad, and I have the empathy for every single person, even me, you guys, like, I don't even know if I'm gonna fully have my account, like, I might fully have it, I might not, I might have to start a brand new one in the UK, I might not have to, it really just depends, I don't know how it's gonna be when I talk to our reportive contact at TikTok tomorrow, but either way, it's just a lot, it's a lot, and so many people are messaging me, and they're like, one girl messaged me and was like, "Oh my god, Pearl, your TikTok was, like, the last TikTok I saw before it popped up," and she showed me a screenshot, and I was like, "Oh my god." She was like, "I'm so sad." And then there's some people that are just crying and not saying anything because 'cause they're kind of embarrassed, 'cause it means that much to them. So, I don't know, something in me was just like, "Ugh, I haven't been on YouTube in so long, and I need to just, like, talk to my people, see if they're okay, check in with them, like, I miss you guys so much, you have no idea." I randomly am here, no idea how I'm here. Oh, really? So are you just, like, going around trying to, like, find things to, like find things to watch and do? I totally get that, though. I totally, totally get that. Oh my god, Pearl, I know you. Yes, I am Pearl. I know I haven't showed my face in a long time. It's been 5 months, like, I haven't posted in so long. I was just telling them that I went through, like, a lot of stuff in the past, like really the past, like, 6 months. I think I started preparing for the end of my relationship, like, mm, probably, like, in August. Yeah, August. Like, I just started mentally preparing. I was like, "Yeah, this guy doesn't love me." That's just literally what I was thinking. I was like, "This guy doesn't love me at all. Like, this is not love." Like, and then I just started mentally preparing myself, and I think honestly that made it worse. But at the same time, no regrets. I think I did everything that I could have done to save it. But yeah, so I had to like go and do some healing and get myself back and just become me again because I felt like I gave so much of my energy to him that I just didn't have any energy to do anything creative at all. Like I just felt like a pile of nothingness. Like he just did not make me feel like who I was when I came into the relationship, if that makes sense. But I'm sure everybody has had that experience, so I'm sure you're aware. So you're randomly here? You just randomly came here? Well, I'm glad that you made it. I'm glad that you made it because it is like 6:30 in the morning where I'm at right now. I have not gone to sleep. But with the TikTok ban and everything going on, I was just like, I'm gonna go live quickly, have a quick chat, and just, vibe with my people. Even if, it's missed and there's some people that are not in here, I'll keep the live up. so that they can see it, like, "Oh shit, Pearl is back," like, whatever have you. Obviously, I've been active on TikTok and Instagram, so if you guys follow me over there, like, I'm still active over there. But for YouTube, like, it's just such my baby. Like, I see my YouTube and my YouTube subscribers, like, you guys are, like, my babies, my besties, my best friends, and the last thing I'm gonna do is just, like, not come, like, 100%. Like, I just can't do that. Like, I can half-ass every other app, but I can't do that with YouTube. It's just not who I am. Yeah, being single is what's up, isn't it? Because I honestly feel so much better. Like, I feel so much lighter, and I just love it. So are you doing videos again? I definitely am doing videos again. Honestly, there's so much I wanna talk about. There's been so much I've been wanting to talk about for months and months and months, but I just haven't had the clarity, the focus. Like, there was too many other things just in the background that just made it impossible for me to be happy creating content again, which really sucks. I don't think I'll ever let myself get to this point ever again. Like, I'll never let somebody dictate so much of, like, what I wanted so I could focus on what we wanted, you know what I mean? Like, I think in my next relationship, I'm gonna be very firm and have a boundary of, like, "This is what I do. I post on YouTube and I create content. If that's something you can't handle, if you don't like that I stay up late editing, if you don't like that I need a secluded place to, film, or it might get into our, like, plans, that's gonna be an issue, point blank period. I don't think I'm ever gonna allow someone to come in and mess that up for me again because I definitely did that in this past relationship, and I 100% regret it, 100%. You'd like to hear your commentary on wait, oh my god, Ethan Klein, I forgot about him. Ethan Klein crashed out and planned content nuke on obviously, I need to freaking, like, screenshot that. Give me a second. Because, oh my god, Taylor, I have not seen Ethan Klein in so long. Oh my goodness, like, forever, forever. Where are you? I am in the UK, my love. But yeah, exactly, period. That's what I'm saying, like, I'm never ever gonna let that happen again, ever. Because I just oh, it's just looking back, I'm just like I just think about all the days where I was like, "Oh my god, I could just get up right now and film," but I'm so sad about what's going on in this relationship right now that I don't even wanna eat, I don't even wanna get up, I don't even wanna shower, like, I'm never, ever, 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 ever letting somebody control that much of my emotion ever again. Ever again. It's never gonna happen again. I don't care who they are. I don't care what they do. I don't care how attractive they are. I don't care how tall they are. It's never happening again, like ever. But I'm also glad that I learned that about myself because I definitely am somebody who will pour into other people and other situations and completely neglect myself. Completely. I will completely neglect myself and I will not go back to myself until that person is happy. So if that person isn't happy, then I can't go back to myself. And I'm glad that I learned that because I definitely need to learn that. That's the subreddit? Ooh, okay, hold on, another screenshot, Taylor. Because yes, I need to catch up on so many things, like, even, like oh my gosh, y'all, who is it? Foodie Beauty. What's going on I have not watched a Foodie Beauty video in, like, 6 goddamn months, like, I don't even know how long. Like, barbecue chicken, I haven't been over there. Like, what else have I not been what is going on with Deaf Noodles? I haven't been over there. Like, I don't know anything going on in these YouTube streets anymore. Like, I do not know a damn thing, and it makes me kinda sad, like but at the same time, again, this is what I mean about putting, like, somebody else first. It was like, anytime he was around, I felt kind of, like, dumb trying to catch up with, like, what was going on in the YouTube world because that's so not his thing. So, anytime I was, like, watching something, like, I could just see him kind of in the space of, like, "Why the hell are you watching that?" Or, like, "Why does that matter?" You know what I mean? So then I would be, like, covering up my personality and, like, what I like to know about, like, immediately so that he's not, like, judging me and criticizing me, like, every freaking second that he could. Um, and yeah, just looking back at it, I'm just like, "Oh my god," like, there's so much that I just hid, like, of myself just to, like, appease him. It's actually crazy. Oh my god, Jamie, how are you? Yeah, I'm glad that I know this too. Good for me is right. Like, I'm honestly so glad that I learned that because I think it was hard for me to grasp, but, like, after therapy, it's been like, I feel so close to my therapist now that it's just like, I just feel like I've learned so much about myself, and I've learned so much about, like, how I react to things, and how so much of how I react to certain things, it comes from my childhood. So it's like there's certain ways that I react that's, like, really unhealthy, but that was how I coped as a child, so I'm repeating it as an adult. and I have to like reparent myself out of that. And it's just so interesting because there's like so many things that I think so many humans do like subconsciously. Like you're just doing it and you don't realize it. Like you don't realize that, what you're doing is hurting or, causing trauma, whatever. It's just so interesting. Oh my God, I missed you so much, Jamie. How are you? Were you thinking about me the other day? Really? Oh my God. I know. I was thinking about like I actually did film a video when I was in France. Yeah, I think that was like New Year's. I think it was like January 2nd when I filmed it or something like that. But I haven't edited, I haven't put it up. And it was really just me like just rambling and talking in the bathroom about like why it's been so long since I haven't like posted. But I think this is way more organic. So I'm actually glad that I did this instead because what I had in that video was just it wasn't great lighting, it just looks like I just threw it together, like absolutely zero quality in it, which is not cute. Obviously not me, but I just felt bad and I was like, "Ugh, I can't go into 2025 without posting." So I just filmed some like random thing. I can't believe you got notified. I'm so surprised you got notified that I'm live. Really, I was like, "Where the fuck is she?" What's so funny is my friend, or I should say like, well, yeah, my friend, but I also manage her as well, at my agency that I work at, and she just started a YouTube account, and I told her, I was like, "Oh my God, like, I'm so proud." I was like, "I'm so proud of you," and then I immediately said, "I know for a fact my subscribers are probably like, where the where the hell is Pearl? Why isn't she posting? What is going on?" And I was telling her, I was like, it's because I typically am super consistent. Like I went through periods where I would post like 2 videos a day, if not one every single day, and so leaving for like 5 months. And then I met Troy's TV. Like I didn't even do a video on meeting Troy's TV. Like there's just so much that's happened. It's just crazy. Like even like travel content. Like I really wanted to start doing like travel content and like have you guys go with me. But again, like when I was in that relationship, like I felt like I couldn't like be myself. Like I felt like the way I wanted to create content, I couldn't do it without it being like, oh my God, there you go, pulling out the camera, or just feeling just not comfortable. Like, I don't know, it was weird. But then when I'm like solo traveling, it's like, oh, I'm just like in my element. It's so interesting, like how much you can change being with somebody. It's actually kind of scary when you think about it. Like you learn, like you mirror so much of what they do that a lot of what you do, you don't even realize isn't you because you're mirroring them. So it's like whatever they do negative, you will end up doing negative. Whatever they do positive, you'll end up doing positive. And then if like one person's negative and the one person's positive, then that's like horrible. And then if one person's positive and the other person's negative, that's also horrible. So you have to like find that balance. Oh my God, it's like so much. Like honestly, relationships are so tricky. But I feel like I learned so much about myself. Like, and I don't know, like it's weird because I don't want to say like I'm happy because obviously like that's kind of like messed up to say. But like I do feel a lot lighter and I do feel like, you know, I'm not like having someone like breathing down my neck. That's kind of how I felt a lot of the relationship. I felt like somebody was like breathing down my neck, like waiting for me to mess up or like waiting for me to do better. And like it was like never enough. Like kind of like when you have a parent that's like you go home and you're like, oh, I gotta be on my report card. And they're like, oh, why didn't you get A? Like, "Oh, you're gonna do better next time." "Why haven't you done that yet?" "Oh, okay, you got that done, great. I thought you were gonna get it done yesterday." Like, those little, like, jabs of, like, "Oh, okay, right, I'm not enough for you, I'm not enough for you, I'm not enough for you." And I think, like, after so long of getting that feedback and not standing up for myself, not really saying anything about it, and just being like, "Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right." Like, it just dimmed my light, like, day after day after month, like, to the point where I just literally was like, "I want to die." Like, I don't like the situation that I'm in right now, but I just again, I'm such a fighter. It's like, oh, I'll fight till like the end so that in the future that person can never say like, oh, she didn't like fight for me, like she like just didn't care. Like I'm like, no, I'm gonna care to the bitter fucking end, and I'm gonna try to the bitter end so that oh yeah, that girl doesn't give up on things. That girl always tried to make it work with me. Like that's just who I am. I don't think I'm ever gonna change in that regard. I thought your videos that wait, what'd you say, Jamie? I thought your videos just weren't being recommended to me. Oh, really? I plan checking out on your page to see if I no, no, no. I just wasn't posting, which makes me so sad. Oh, you're a solo traveler too? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so My solo travel trip started in October. I went to Turkey, Fethiye, then I went to Antalya, which is also in Turkey. Then I went to Mallorca? Yeah, I think I'm saying that right, in Spain. Then I went to France, Cannes, so south of France, and then I went to Monaco all by myself within, like, what, 3 months, 4 months, and it felt so good. It felt so damn good to just, like, get my independence back and not feel like I don't know, like, for whatever reason, like, he made me feel like I couldn't do anything in this world. And then the second I was released, it was like, "Oh, can't wait to freaking do everything I wanna do without somebody making me feel like I'm not doing enough." You know what I mean? It was crazy, like, honestly, it was such a telenovela. Like, if I wrote a book, you guys would be like, "What the fuck kind of relationship was that?" It sounds like I missed a bunch from the beginning of the live. Oh, yeah, Jamie, so we were just talking catching up about, like, why I haven't gone live, why TikTok is banned, and talking about that, and just really catching up, so you haven't missed too much, but I'm gonna leave this live up so that people that didn't get to catch it can come in and see, like, "Oh, Pearl's back, like, what's going on in her life? Why she been gone so long?" All of that stuff. That's not good wait, toxic relationships can really take away your identity. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. I think my identity was completely stripped from me 'cause like, when I think about it, there's so much of myself that I just couldn't even, like, express. And if I did express it, it was like the only expression I could express was, like, sadness and just sad and just kind of like a blob, like a robot just sitting there just like, ugh. 'Cause I just didn't want any arguing. So I just got to a point where I was like, "Okay, the less I talk, the better it's gonna be," which didn't help anything. So don't do that, guys. Definitely didn't help anything, and definitely, I think made things worse on both ends because 'cause I'm anxious and he was avoidant. So if you know anything about attachments, you know how bad that can get. It was horrid. Been there, done that, get it. I'm 41 and I'm gay and I'm good with my fab self. Been there, done that. That's so funny. No, honestly, it's not that I wanna be single, but man, do I do so much better. I just do better when I'm single. Like, it's rare, it's very rare that I meet someone where I feel like I'm thriving when I'm with that person. It's very, very rare. I think I'm good at making it look like I am. But when it comes to, like, what I wanna do, my goals, like, I feel like sometimes I can't manifest as good as I want. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see how this period is for me. Um, but yeah, I mean, I was single for 4 years, celibate for almost 4 years too. Like, I love being single. I love being independent. I love it. Like, I really love it. So then when I find myself in a situation where I have to be more dependent or have to be more feminine, it makes things a little bit tough for me because I feel so passive and my personality is not passive. So it just and then there were so many other circumstances, honestly. It wasn't just like him. Obviously, I had my own set of baggages as well so that came in, which is crazy. I have the same issues in relationship. Honestly, Jamie, I was just telling them how I am not bipolar. I don't think I updated you. Jamie, yeah, you should know that. So you know how I have been saying that I'm bipolar for, I don't know, since I was diagnosed in 2018. So I got re-diagnosed last year and found out that I do not have bipolar disorder. I have EUPD, and that's why none of the medication worked, and that's why basically it made no sense. Like, they were confused on why America even diagnosed me with that. And so the second I was out of that relationship, it was like all of my symptoms went away, stopped taking medication, went into therapy, got my environment back, got my community back, got my friends back, got my life back on track. And I just like it's almost like every symptom I had that bothered him or every sadness, every suicidal thought completely vanished, gone like the second I was out of that relationship, which is crazy because it's not to say like he caused it. But again, with EUPD, it's about your environment. So if you don't feel safe in your environment, especially emotionally, that's going to take a toll on your moods heavily, which is exactly what happened. Exactly. Like, how crazy is that? Yeah, the robot, the blob, the dish. There you go. That's the word, disassociation. Yeah, I was heavily disassociated. Being with someone is awesome, but doing your own damn thing is priceless. It is. I love my solo traveling and randomly meeting amazing people. That is actually one of the funnest things for me is how much And then for me, like, I like communicating with them. Like, when I was in France, I spoke not spoke, I wrote so much in French. So, like, anytime I had to talk to somebody, anytime I was having a conversation with somebody, I would just, like, type it on my phone, translate it to French, show them, and I was just, like, able to have, a conversation with them that way, where I think in the past, I was a little bit more scared to do that, where now I have, like, this abundance of independence of, like, "Yes, let's do this. Let's go meet some people. Let's go out." Like, even when I was in France, I wasn't having that good of a time, and I was like, "You know what? I think I'm gonna go to Monaco." And there was no one to stop me and be like, "Are you sure you wanna do that? Ugh, why do you wanna go all the way over there?" I literally just, like, woke up in the morning, got on a train, and boom, in 2 hours, I was in Monaco, and it was awesome. It was freaking great. Like, I recommend everybody do some solo traveling. I think it's, like, the best personal development you can do, honestly. I live and then love the single life because you feel like yourself and also learning self-love. Yeah, and you know what it is though too? Because yeah, you get to explore all those other hobbies and learn, new things and have adventures and stuff, but you get so comfortable. That's the problem is like you get so comfortable being single. And for me, like I can contest to that because at this point, I've only been single for like almost like 4 months now, but like the hearts that I have broken at least 2 each and every month is insane. It's almost like I went in very much like, "I'm not ready. I just got out of a relationship. Like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready." But when somebody else likes you so much and you have to, like, tell them, like, you're not emotionally ready, like, it kinda sucks, you know? And it's like, I typically don't have to do that. I'm typically just like, "Oh, I've been single for a long time, and, it would take someone really special to get me to not be single." That was typically what I would say, but this time around, it was like, "Oh my god." Like, I felt so like, there's one dude, oh my god, I felt so bad because he was just, like, really sweet. He was doing everything in his power to be with me and make me happy, and I just was like, "I don't want to date anyone." It was like every time we hung out, he took it like a date, and I didn't. Like, I was like, "This is not a date." Like, I'm literally just hanging out with you. And yeah, I just kinda I don't like to, like, toy with people's emotions like that. So, I kinda felt bad. So I have EUPD, Jamie, which is basically emotional unstable personality disorder, which is basically just another word for borderline personality. And so because the UK has such a holistic approach to these type of disorders opposed to like in America where they just like throw pills at you and like put you in a psych ward, here they really break it down to make you understand that most of it has to do with your environment. So meaning the reason you have EUPD, borderline, something of that nature, any sort of mental illness is because of the environment that you were raised in, most likely. That's where it's stemming from. So the environment is really where that comes from. So the second you're able to change that environment, meaning you have support, you have family, you have community, you have friends, you have a social life, you have a job, you have a roof over your head, you have like those basic things around you to keep you kind of stable. That is what keeps you happy and able to keep pushing. But the second one of those things goes wrong, right? You can't handle your moods. You can't handle the way you're reacting to things because that is what was happening when you were also in your childhood. You also couldn't handle it then, so it makes it very hard for you to be able to handle it as an adult. So you need to be surrounded by people who are going to be patient with you, who are going to have the emotional intelligence to help you through those moments and not give up on you because the second they do that, they're actually making it worse and pushing that person into more of a place of like depression and darkness and suicidal thoughts and all of that stuff. But that takes somebody to understand that, know that, and want to do that. So if you're with somebody or you're in an environment where they don't want to do that, then you're pretty much screwed. You're gonna have to figure it out yourself, kind of thing. You are too much fun to have your light snuffed out. No, honestly, Jamie, and that's the thing. Like, I think I fell in love with myself. Like, after it, I think I fell back in love with myself. I was like, "Oh my god, like, this is who I actually am. I forgot. Like, I've been sad for so long." It's actually kinda crazy. And kind of sad, like when you both know that you weren't the best versions of yourselves and you could have been better, but just life circumstances and just other things getting in the way, such as like addiction, depression, alcoholism. I mean, like again, we both had our different sets of things coming into the view. So it's like we both didn't get to see ourselves at our best selves because we both came into it not necessarily our best selves at the time. You know what I mean? But again, wouldn't probably be talking like this if I hadn't been in therapy for a good 3 months. If we were having this conversation 4 months ago, I probably would be a lot meaner. but I have let that go and forgiven that and totally moving on, which is really how everybody should see it. It's just like another stepping stone of growth. That's just what it was, another lesson. Wait, I missed what you said. I'm randomly going to Africa soon. What part of Africa? Because this is amazing. However, I'm a very cool guy and love meeting people and let my guard down and as a solo traveler, you shouldn't. Yeah, no, you really shouldn't. And that's like the best part. That's why I feel like it's just such good personal development. But what part of Africa? LOL, I'm like, I don't date, but we can hang out. No, that's literally what I mean, that's what I did. I was just like, I'm not ready to date anybody, but we can definitely hang out. But that's the thing is like, even when you put those boundaries, that doesn't mean that that person isn't gonna like, fall for you or want to do stuff with you. And then you have to continue setting more boundaries. And then they feel like, oh, what did he say to me? You're friend zoning me. Like, I think you still love your ex. I think you're still into your ex. And it's like, it's not even that. I literally just like, I don't have the capacity emotionally to like immediately get into something else with someone else. Plus, that's like extremely unhealthy to do anyway. I just don't have the capacity to do it. So I felt kind of bad. Oh my God, you got robbed in Barcelona? What? I've been wanting to go to Barcelona. That's actually really scary. I like how the UK seems to view it. Yeah, no, you actually, Jamie, I think you would thrive here. I'll be honest with you. Like mentally, I think you would thrive here because, like, yeah, even like I have CPTSD as well. Like that, for example, at least like the GP I saw, the doctor I saw, they still didn't want to put me on medication for it unless I continued to have panic attacks. But the times that I would have panic attacks, which I had like a few in my past relationship, was when I felt neglected by him, shut out by him, like just exactly like just no empathy, like just complete robot. Like, I don't wanna use the word narc, but basically, there were multiple times where I was crying and he didn't care. He didn't show any, like, affection. It was just kind of like, "Oh, she's crying again," and then I had to do a lot of that, like, reparenting myself and, like, trying to get myself, like, to breathe and, like, all of those things, and so, basically, because that stopped, meaning, like, when he wasn't around me, I didn't have those panic attacks. The doctor didn't think it was like the best idea to put me on a medication for like to calm me down for that. The only medication that they kept me on was the medication I previously was on was for depression, but she told me to only take it when I'm feeling down or when I'm feeling like suicidal. And I haven't taken it literally what since we broke up. Like it's been like 4 or 5 months. I haven't been on it at all. And I haven't had any STs. I haven't had any panic attacks, no nightmares. Maybe vivid dreams, yeah, but no nightmares. And I just don't need it. So yeah, like I actually really believe that it's all about your environment. I really do believe that. Well, I know you were diagnosed with that, Jamie, that like because I was now re-diagnosed in another country, I feel like every single person in America needs to go to like Turkey or the UK and get re-diagnosed in like another country, even Mexico, somewhere. Canada, I don't care where it is, just somewhere because it blew my mind for them to tell me that I was not diagnosed correctly. Like, it actually blew my mind. It blew my mind. I was, like, so confused for so many weeks. Ooh, Morocco. Okay, so that's so funny that you say Morocco. So I was about to say TikTok. Choice TV has been in Morocco for, like, I think over a month now, if not longer. I've actually been looking at going to Morocco as well. Do you know what part of Morocco you're going to? Because I definitely wanna do Morocco. I think I might do Malva next, though. And then a cruise. Ooh, a cruise would be really good. I have never been on a cruise, guys. Tim Fletcher here on YouTube is amazing when it comes to I think I know who that is. I think I've seen a couple of his videos. I'll be in the outskirts of London as well with a friend. Oh my god, when is that? You met her on a cruise? She's a sweetie. A random girl you met in Portugal? Oh my god, I love Portugal. Portugal was actually I think I liked Portugal more than Spain, but then again, I've been to Spain twice, but two different locations. And one of them I was solo, and one of them I was in a relationship, so I feel like I can't really compare that. Like, I haven't gone to Portugal by myself, and traveling by yourself is so much different than traveling in a relationship. I'll be the first one to admit that. But she lives in the UK. Oh, love her. I like meeting new people too. I think it's the best. It's been a few years off meds, and my baseline as far as emotive and are a shit ton better than when I was on various minute. Okay, yeah. I think, well, at least like here, it's like the less medication you're on, the better. And everything else should be like holistically done, meaning like eating well, going to the gym, again, community, therapy, like all these other things. Like they will do that first. So, like, if you were to come here and be like, oh, I need to get a prescription for this medication, they'd be like, nope, we're not going to give you that. That's too strong. Like, they wouldn't even give me trazodone. Like, trazodone in America is like pretty easy to get. It's basically just like a medication to help you go to sleep for people that have depression. I couldn't even get that. Like, they told me, like, oh, we are not prescribing you trazodone. Absolutely not. Like, why would they even prescribe that to you? Like, they couldn't believe it. Um, which sucks because I do have insomnia, but ultimately, I couldn't even get that here. So if I want to get trazodone, I'd have to get it like, I don't know, in Spain, maybe. I don't know. Go back to America to get it. Who knows? But I thought that was kind of crazy. Oh, Wilshire. I know where that is. That's crazy. Man, I feel like the UK is so small. Like it is compared to like Texas and obviously America. But I feel like it's so small, meaning like everybody can know everybody in certain communities without you even realizing it. Like it's just so strange to me. I don't know how to explain it. But at the same time, can you believe that I've almost been here for over 2 years? Because guys, let me tell you something. I was not supposed to be in this country this long. I was supposed to be here for like 6 to 8 months. And then I got pregnant and everything changed. Everything changed. Everything. And just to think that right now at this moment, I could be like a mom. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, I could literally be a mom with twins right now, creating, I don't know, mommy content. That's insane to me. Like, I just had to breathe for a second. Like, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. But honestly, what are you guys doing tomorrow? Meaning with Trump being inaugurated. Like, typically, that's something I watch on TikTok. But now TikTok is gone. Where are people talking about it? Like, where are we supposed to watch and talk about it? Here on YouTube? Like Reddit? Instagram? Like, I need to know. Like, I need to know, like, how are we watching it? How are we having conversations about it? Like, I don't know. She used to live in Miami and we kicked it there, randomly met her. She's my bestie, love her. That's crazy. She sounds like someone that someone else told me about that I met on Bumble BFF. Like, I don't know if she was Portuguese though, but I know she lived in Miami and I know that she moved back to the UK. So those two things check out. But how weird would it be if that was the same person? That would be so weird. Especially after I just talked about how like the UK is so small and like so many people can know each other and you don't even realize it. I don't know. But anywho's inauguration tomorrow. TikTok is banned. Do you think Trump will be able to get TikTok back? Like realistically, because right now I'm not thinking that he can get it back full force. I'm thinking he could get it back for a 90 days extension. I think that's the most he could do. But to bring it all the way back, I don't think so. I don't think so. That would be surreal. Yeah, I know it would be surreal. It's not. I mean, if you say that she's like from Portugal, like, do you mean she's like actually like from Portugal? Like she lived in Portugal like a number of years? If so, then it's definitely not the same person. But I actually can't remember if that person was from Portugal or not. And like, I don't even really talk to that girl anymore. Like, have you guys ever used Bumble BFF? Because my God, if you ever travel and you want to like meet new girlfriends and you get on like Bumble BFF or you do other things, just know it's gonna be challenging. Like, I kind of wanted to do a series on TikTok of like like exposing Bumble BFF. But at that moment, I knew I would be like exposing the girls that I met. So I was like, do I really want to do that? Do I really want to do that? So I stopped myself. But my God, the stories I have to tell you guys, I have so many stories. Like it's insane. Like I really need to do like a story time like era. Like, I need to do, like, 1 story time a day on YouTube. But then again, if I do that, I'm literally gonna be exposing people and they will see it, and I don't know. It's definitely gonna be giving villain arc if I do it. Villain arc. I don't get out, I need a life. Oh my god. No, you seriously do, but I get you. Like, I rarely go out too, unless I'm traveling or going to see friends, like, spontaneously, then no. It's just too cold here for me to even care to, like, go out and be out and about. Oh my god, I have been wanting to go to Croatia so damn bad. Croatia's been on my list since 2022, heavily. Like, man, maybe I'll do Croatia. Now you got me, like, wanting to change where I wanna go next. Ah, Croatia. I was so nervous, but it turned out to be the best experience ever. No, what? Why would you be well, actually, I'll give you that. I would be nervous to stay in a hostel, but maybe not. Maybe like, I've seen some in Denmark that are really nice that I don't think I'd be scared to stay in. But, yeah, I do stay away from hostels. But I'm sure it's, like, a good experience, especially when you start meeting people and you actually get to vibe with them, and then you feel like, "Oh my god, what the hell? Oh my god, you're Croatian? Stop." Like, the only reason I wanted to go to Croatia in 2022 is because I met a guy that was from Croatia, and I thought he was, like, the best guy I've ever met in my life. Like, I was like, "That guy is solid. I love him. He's great. He's funny. He can dance. He can kiss." Like, I just thought he was, like, the best thing I've ever seen. So I was like, "Ah, I need to go to Croatia. I need more. I need more." But I still haven't gone. So, it's on my list. Pearl, I would love a story time when the time is right. Yes, honestly, God, I have so many stories. I think one that I will tell you guys and leave you with because it is coming up to like 7 AM. So I got drugged in Clapham. I was out with like a group of people that I knew, but I didn't know that well. Like I just had met them, right? And Clapham is like, I guess, a pretty dodgy or scary or sketchy area here in London. But I wasn't really listening to the girls that were giving me like advice. And so we went to like a club or a bar, and then we went to like a gay bar. And the only reason I went was because there was this guy that wanted to take me to the movies, right? And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And then this other guy that I was friends with that was like the bouncer was like, "Oh, she you can't take her to the movies, like, you're not on her level, you don't even you wouldn't be able to afford her." Like, he just started, like, stepping in, and I felt bad because he said that, so I was like, "No, like, I'll totally go." So I just agreed that I would go to the movies, but this was supposed to be the next day. So it was me, my other friend, but she was, like, into this other guy, so she was kind of, like, not really, like, with me that much, and then these other 2 guys. And, we go and we meet, like, these other girls, like, from bar to bar, we're, like, meeting these other girls, and we're just, like, becoming, like, this big group. And so my friend that I actually knew ended up leaving. So she ended up, like, leaving to go, like, hang out with the guy that she liked. And then at this point, we were about to go to this last bar that I guess was open until, like, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was down, and all the girls looked at me and was like, "Don't go." And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Don't go, it's dodgy. It's dodgy. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's dodgy. I promise you, you're gonna hate it." And I'm just like, okay, I don't know what to do here because my friend just left. I only know this person. So I'm gonna go ahead and stay with them so that we can all leave together and I can like get back to where I live, with them. So basically that doesn't happen. The guy that wanted to take me to the movies ended up being like a big D bag and ended up like hanging out with another girl the entire night. And then, like, after he, like, I think he was, like, at the bar, he, like, walked up to me and was like, "Oh my god, I forgot you were here. I'm so sorry." And I just looked at him like, "You've been with another girl for, like, the past hour and a half. I wasn't interested in you in that way, but you don't need to, like, come in my face to make yourself feel better. Like, she's not even attractive to me. Honestly, she's more your speed. I didn't even look at you like that." Like, I thought it was, like, ridiculous. So then so then at this point, I'm ready to go home, okay? I'm ready to go home. Why? Because all the men in there were creepy as F. They were creepy. They wouldn't leave me alone. The second I talked, they're like, "Oh, no, man, she got American accent, man. Oh, no. Can you just keep talking? Can you just keep talking?" I'm just like, "Oh my God. Like, I have to get out of here. Like, the sun is coming up. I don't want to be here anymore." Whatever. This other guy comes up and starts trying to like dance on me. I literally put my foot up and, like, put my foot on his shirt, and, like, all these people looked at me like, "Oh my god, that is so disrespectful. I can't believe you did that." And I was just like, what do you mean you can't believe I did that? Like, these freaking gross, disgusting, ugly men are all over me, trying to get close to me, sweating on me. Like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, I need them to back the hell away. And so after that, I was like, okay, let me lay low because these men are eyeballing me, like to the point of like RAPE. You know what I mean? Like, it was creepy. So then I go to the bathroom, I come back, and this guy comes up and was like, "Oh, you guys want shorts? You guys want shorts? No, we're taking shorts right now. You get a short, you get a short, you get a short." So everybody just leaves. Like, there's literally like 10 freaking shots just everywhere, just like shots everywhere. And so I'm just like, okay, I guess we're taking shots. So I take one. And I'm thinking in my head, like, man, maybe I shouldn't take one. Like, I don't know if anything's in this. I don't know if they put anything in this. I don't know. But in my head, I'm just like, it's okay. It's just one. Nothing's gonna happen. Tell me why. After like 5 minutes, I literally could like my vision got blurry. Okay, my vision got blurry. I didn't know like what was going on. I started feeling like very like like loopy. So I get up and I just think, okay, I just need to go to the bathroom. I just need to throw up. So I go to the bathroom. I start throwing up. I literally and, like, my stomach is hurting, like, I don't know what it was, but it definitely was like, "Okay, somebody definitely put something in my drink." So after throwing up, I hear these annoying catty ass British girls like, "Ugh, you know, Americans can't hang with us. Americans they can't hang with us, you know, it's just how it is, you know, I can hear her, you hear her throwing up. My God, my days." I'm just like, shut the like it was literally pissing me off. Like I just wanted to fight them. But I was like, okay, let me calm down. I don't know, I'm in a different country. I can't just like call my friends. I can't just, you know what I mean? So as I'm walking out, I am like heading to go outside because my body's overheating and I need the cold. I need to be in cold weather. So like my friend that's just there to like protect me or whatever, like he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was just like, "No, I'm not. I have to go outside." So I go outside. The second I go outside, I sit on like the bus stop, like the little like when you come to London, you'll see there's like this little like bench. I sit on that. I look down and I realize that my pants are not zipped up. And I'm like, "Wait, was that me?" I was like, "Did I miss something?" I was like, "I swear I zipped up these pants when I was in this bathroom." But I guess I didn't. Like, maybe I peed and I didn't zip it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought it was weird that my pants were zipped up. Like, I was like, "What the hell?" Not me walking in public and not seeing that my pants were zipped up. So that's when I knew I was like, "Oh, I'm definitely on something." Like, I didn't drink that much. Like, I'm like that someone definitely put something in my drink. So then at this point, I'm trying to get home. And the only thing I can think about is my phone is about to die. I need to get an Uber. I need to leave. And I started telling them like, "Okay, I gotta go. I gotta leave. Like, I can't do this. Like, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go." And all of the guys were like, not like they weren't really helping me get home. And it started I started getting alarmed because typically, like anywhere else, especially even in America, like if you are like a fucked up girl, like somebody will like call you a cab, like they will go home with you. You know, they'll make sure that you go home. But that wasn't happening. It was like they were all surrounding me and, like, watching me, like, go in and out of, like, consciousness, and it was just getting creepy. It was like one second I woke up, and there's, like, 3 guys surrounding me, and then the next second I woke up, there were, like, 4 of them, like, away from me, all having conversations, and it just started getting super sketchy. So then my phone dies. My freaking phone dies, and I'm like, "Oh my god, now I'm really fucked." Like, now I'm really like, I'm definitely I'm not getting anywhere now. And this was at the time where, like, I wasn't using the public transportation. Like, I didn't know how to use it. I didn't care to get on the bus. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, and plus my phone was, like, not even working for me to even do it even if I wanted to try, but I knew I was too fucked up for that. So then this random guy comes out and I think it was a guy that was trying to hit on me when I first got there, and he was like, "Oh, like, you need help? I'll get you an Uber, I'll get you Uber. You know, where do you live? Where do you live?" And I didn't wanna tell them where I lived, obviously. I was like, I'll put it in the phone." And they were like, "No, no, no, say it out loud, say it out loud." I was like, "No, I'm not saying it out loud because obviously I'm like, you guys are sketchy as fuck. Like, you guys are gonna follow me. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do, but I'm not dealing with none of that. So no, I'm not telling you." So then I get the phone, I put it in, and then, like, they call it or whatever, and the Uber comes, and the guy that paid for it tried to like, he got into the Uber, and then when he gets into the Uber, he's like, You can't say thank you. Can't say thank you, I got you this Uber." And I was like, "Thank you, but why are you in the car right now?" And he was like, "What you mean? I'm gonna get dropped off, like, you know, a couple blocks away." And I was like, "Nah, that's not cool, like, you don't need to come with me." And he was like, "Why not? Why not? You don't wanna hang out?" I'm like, "No, I don't. It's 8 o'clock in the morning." So then he tries to, like, give me a hug or something, and I was like, "No, don't touch me, like, back up." He's like, "Oh, you saying you're not interested in me?" "No, I'm not interested in you." So then he gets pissed. Listen to this, you guys. He gets pissed, tells the Uber to stop so that he can get out, and this is after, like, 2 minutes of driving. He gets out of the Uber, walks back to the bar, and then cancels the ride. So then the Uber's like, "Oh, he just canceled the ride, like, I can't take you." You guys. So I'm stuck in this Uber, I'm bugged up. It's 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning. I am like, "What the hell?" So then I tell him, I was like, "Okay, well, my phone is dead right now, like, can I just use your charger?" And he's like, "No, no, no, you have to get out the car." I was like, "No, I can't get out of the car. There's no way. I'm not about to be stranded right here. Like, no, like, let me charge my phone. I will pay you whatever the amount is. We'll get the Uber, whatever. Whatever I gotta do, we're gonna do it." So finally my phone turns on after 5 minutes. He gets it. I apologize to him, but you can tell that he's, like, still pissed off. Like, you can tell he's, like, pissed off about the guy canceling. But in my mind, I'm like, "That's not my fault. I didn't know that he was gonna do that." So then he starts driving. He finally drops me off. I walk in at, like, I don't know, almost 9, 10 a.m. in the morning, and I am drained. Like, I could feel my body was, like, absolutely depleted. Guys, I haven't even got to the craziest part of the story, okay? I haven't even got to the craziest part of the story. So after this happened, I started after I slept and I woke up, I started thinking about like everything that happened, right? Like I was like, okay, who was on drugs? Who was drinking? Like who was doing all this weird stuff? And I just kept thinking, oh, it was that guy that was trying to get me to go to the movies. Like he was the one that was like, going around, like had a backpack. Like I think he had something that, he was doing stuff. And obviously he was being really rude to me. So maybe he's the one that did it. I just started really like thinking. So then for the next like 3 days, I'm just pissed off because I'm like trying to figure out like who did this to me and like why did I feel like I was about to have a heart attack or I was about to die. So I just it was him. So I was like, oh, I know it was that guy. I freaking hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. I don't like him. So then I go back to the bar where my friend was at, the security guard, the original guy that knows the other guy. And I'm like telling him about what happened. And he's like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, like I was so fucked up. Like I know somebody spiked my drink, like blah, 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 blah. And I just kept telling him, like, I just hate that guy. I never want to see him again. If he ends up coming here, you just tell me so I make sure that I don't come, whatever. Next day goes, I go to the bar again and I'm just like chilling by myself, whatever. And then that same security guard comes up and he's just like, oh my God, girl. And I'm like, what? And he's like, that dude died. And I was like, what? And he was like, the guy you hate. And then he said his name. I don't want to say his name, but he said his name. And I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, like he died this morning from a heart attack. And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, he overdosed." And I was like, "Wait a minute. So you're telling me the guy that I was talking crap about for the past 3 days, that I swore up and down definitely drugged me, that was being mean to me, died?" And he was like, "Yeah, the funeral's, like, in a couple days." And that was yes, he's dead. He's dead right now as we speak. Yes. The guy I was supposed to go to the movies with the next day, the guy that I swore up and down definitely was the one that drugged me, died from a freaking overdose. So I'm feeling all this emotion of like kind of like guilt, because obviously I'm like, I can't stand that guy. I hate him. I hope, I was just mad because I was like, who the would, take advantage of me? So yeah, that was literally no joke, you guys, like 2 months into being into the UK. So like the second that happened, my guard went up. I started being very cautious about who I hung out with. I won't just like go out and be willy-nilly doing this, that, and the third. And like now apparently they like inject people at the bar. Like they inject women here. So now I'm really cautious and I'm like, oh my God, no, 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 no. Because typically when I go out, if I speak, somebody's gonna come up to me, especially if there's drunk men around. They're gonna come up to me because they don't hear American accents every day, in their face, right? Like, yeah. So that was my story. Just one of many, you guys. I have many more. But yeah, that happened to me and I was so effing mad. I was scared. I was frightened. I couldn't like I just didn't feel I don't know. Like obviously I can't call anybody in America. Like I put myself in I felt like I put myself in a situation that could have ended up really, really bad. Like really, really bad. Um and it just terrified me. And until this day I'm like, "Oh my God." Like the other day, No joke. I was gonna post like, those videos you post that are like, June of 2023 and it's like June, or it's like December 2023 and it's like December 2024. Like I was gonna post one of those videos and I came across a video of that night, and it was a video of me, my friend that was a security guard, and that guy that died. And I immediately thought in my head, like, I can't even post this. Like, as happy as we look in this moment, this was the night I thought I was gonna die. So yeah, you guys, I am leaving you with that very messed up story. So be safe. Solo traveling can be great, but be careful. Don't be as happy and friendly. There you go. Exactly. You're too nice and you're too friendly. That's me too. That's me too. Yep. They hear your accent, they see you're alone, you're a sitting duck, and you're way too nice and happy and friendly. And then before you know it, you're in a situation that you're like, how did I get here? How did I get here? Why did I trust these people? What's going on? Like, yeah, it was absolutely terrifying. So after that happened, I immediately went into, okay, keeping to myself. Like, I'm not going to be as expressive as I was. There's no way. I can't. I won't. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Pearl is right. Yeah. Yeah. And I think what blows me is the fact that he died. It blows my mind, like, till this day. It's like the whole thing is a movie. Like, if I were to actually, like, put in every single detail of that night, it would be a movie where people would be like, "Whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Like, that's crazy." It's so insane. Oh my god. Like, I remember I told my friend in America, like, I think 2 days after it happened, and she was like, "Pearl, I need you to open your phone up, put your location on, and keep it on." So now every time I travel, she has my location, even though it's like I'm in Spain and she's in Texas and she can't do anything. But my location, she has my location. She's like, "No, you need to have your location shared with me at all times because you don't realize that you are very expressive, super friendly, and really nice. And then to top it all off, you're attractive too. So they probably think that you're interested when you're not. And then when you become bitchy, they're probably like, let's fuck her over." And yeah, it just was a really, really bad experience. But honestly, there is like a lot of like weird stalking here. Like I've been followed here before multiple times, especially in my relationship. I got followed all the time. Like I would always call him and be like, I'm freaking out. Like this person's following me into the tube, or this person followed me into a restaurant, or this person's following me down the street. Like it can get really scary out here really fast, just depending on like how you look, how you dressed. I don't know. Like I don't know if it's for every woman, but I've definitely experienced it here and it is scary. France was scary too. I will give you that. Cannes, south of France. I haven't done Paris, I haven't done Milan, but France was really scary. Like they see women as property and you can feel it when they're hitting on you. They are very close. They are very like, I can do this kind of energy. It's scary. Yeah, and if they take your phone, you're screwed. Yeah. And that's another story for another day because that also happened, not to me, but to someone else. And man, it's just like, oh, I'm filled with stories, so many stories. Florence was lovely. Oh, I want to go. I want to go. I mean, there's so many parts of France that I need to go to before I like actually say I don't like France. But I didn't love my experience in France. But I didn't hate it. But I definitely didn't love it. But I loved Monaco. Monaco was amazing. I want to go there every single year of my life until the day I die. That's how much I loved it. It was great, great experience. But yeah, you guys, it is 7:10 in the morning where I am. I know it's like, what time is it actually for you guys? Isn't it like a little bit after 12, 1 a.m. or something like that? Yes, I haven't gone to sleep. It is 7:10 a.m. right now. But I wanted to make sure to go live. Take a train to Croatia. I can take a train to Croatia from the UK? Don't tell me that because I will do that like next week. I will do that next week. I didn't think I could do that. I didn't think I could do that. I'll look into that. I'll look into that. But what I'll do is I'll start going live um at some point of the day daily so that we can just talk, and I'll have some topics because obviously Taylor gave me some topics in our live today. Before I actually start posting content again. Split is bomb. Split has been on my mind. Split or the other one that starts with a Z, with a Z. What is it? Z. I don't know how to. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, I've looked into like different parts of Croatia for years at this point. I'm so glad you went live. It was great to hear from you. You too. And you're so welcome. Yeah, no, I'm going to try to make this like a regular thing where I go live on TikTok. No, why am I saying that? On YouTube. I cannot believe TikTok is banned. It's that ingrained in my brain. I'll start going live on YouTube more frequently. And then what I'll probably do is have like 1 to 2 videos posted a week and then gradually build up to where I'm posting every single day again. But that's definitely like on my list for 2025. So that will be happening. But I wanted to, y'all remember Xanga before MySpace? Don't even get me started, Bobby. The thing is like I loved Xanga. And the fact that Xanga is still gone to this day, like it breaks my heart. Like I hate, like when I hear someone talk about MySpace, I'm kind of like, okay, so you weren't an Xanga person. Like if you don't know Xanga, like Xanga is for my OGs. Like those are for my babies. Especially if you were a writer, if you love to code. Yes, darling. Xanga was where it was at. Xanga was where it was at. Like, ah, I miss the old days. Bali, I miss it. Oh, that part of the island. I was just there having a brain freeze. Yeah, it is part of it. It's just like a different city. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has missed you. Oh, Jamie, I really appreciate that. No, I miss you guys so much too. That's why I'm gonna keep this live up. Like typically I would delete my lives, but I'm gonna keep this live up just so people can like replay if they want to. I'm not familiar with Xanga, but I loved MySpace. Man, Xanga was again the OGs, the OGs. But the thing about Xanga is like it was like a diary and like you got to like make your own website and then put music and like it was just different. It was a different vibe. It was like the depths of people's souls. It wasn't like this top 8 and what else did they have on MySpace? The surveys? Are they even called surveys? No, it wasn't called surveys. What were they called? Bullets? No, not bullets. What were those things called? Like those threads. God, I can't even remember. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about. If you were there, you were there. Oh, that island. Okay, I have heard of that island, but what I'm talking about is like just a city that's like I think a couple hours away from Split. Girl, get yourself a speedboat moment. The sea is I honestly I did the speedboat thing in was it Portugal? Yeah, in Portugal for my birthday. Was it for my birthday? It was a late birthday gift that my boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, got me in Portugal, and it was nice, like, it was really, really nice, but I wanna do, like, the jet skis, like, I'm kind of over the speedboat was kind of, like, crazy, but I wanna do jet skis next time. I'll have to look it up. I feel like this is the first time I've ever heard about it. This is your first time hearing about Xanga? Yeah, nah. You won't even understand it looking it up, to be honest. Like, it's I can't even explain it. I don't even know how to explain it to people. It was basically like a blog. It was like a blog. It was like God, I miss it so much. You had to code the whole thing. Like that's how people knew how to code. And it wasn't like this like HTML. It wasn't like this thing of like the way people see coding now. Like it was just a normal thing back then. It was just a part of the culture. I don't know how to explain it. It looks fake, so beautiful. Well, I can't wait to experience it. I will definitely like if I keep traveling, I'm definitely gonna do like some travel content for sure. I think that'll be really fun to do. Like just spruce things up a little bit. It'll definitely be nice. Crazy. Yeah, you definitely have to look at it. Your next trip? Ooh, that sounds like a good trip. Damn, I'm excited now. I'm kind of sad. Oh my god, freaking TikTok is gone. Uh, but at the same time, YouTube isn't. So we're gonna be happy about that. Also, guys, just to let you know, I will be posting shorts on my YouTube channel. Or I'm going to create like a completely new YouTube channel where I only post shorts and that's it. I think I'm going to do that because this whole TikTok ban has me reviewing and looking at things very differently because I can't believe they actually banned TikTok, even though I knew in October it was going to happen. But to see it actually go down has been kind of crazy. See how many people are crying is actually insane. But yeah, Croatia is gorgeous. I'll definitely let you know if I go because I think I definitely need to go at some point. Maybe for my birthday. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I love you guys so much. I'm so glad we got to catch up, especially Jamie. I'm so glad you got to pop in because I know you've been going through a lot. I've read like one of your comments on my second channel, I think a couple weeks ago. I can't remember, but I think it was like, I think it was an older comment. I don't know. Either way, I'm glad you made it. And yeah, I need to definitely get back in the reaction video. I have to get back into the reaction videos. Like I miss doing reaction videos actually. And there's so much to react to right now because I don't know nothing. Like I don't know anything. So if you have any ideas, don't hesitate to email me. Don't hesitate to like message me anywhere. And just like if you see something, send it to me because there's so much that I don't know about the world right now. Well, YouTube, like booty beauty, like just certain pockets of YouTube. Like I'm lost. So definitely do your best to keep me in the loop. But I'm gonna try to go to sleep, which is crazy that I'm going to sleep at 7:16 in the morning. Oh my god, what the hell? But that's okay. Um, and I will be back, and I will most likely put like a community post out to see like the best times to go live, and like we'll do a poll just so I'm not like going live and people miss it. But yeah, I'll do something like that. Either way, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and catching up and chit chatting. It's been so much fun. And if you are one of those people that is not commenting and you're just like, damn, TikTok is gone. Where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Or you're just hearing this playback, just stay positive. We got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. It's just another transition of life. That's just what it is. Either way, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next live stream, and I will definitely see you in my next video. But I will post about it so you guys will be informed. But thank you so much. Sweet dreams. Good night. I love you all, and I will see you very, very soon. And of course, if you want to see me sooner, just hop over to TikTok. Oh my God. Why did I just say that? Instagram. Life is so different now. What is happening? Thank you. Hugs and kisses. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Talk soon.